Are there still good deals out there?
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
Now, it's important to know that we've created free access for you to over 403 Inside Track episodes on YouTube channel, right? On the
Yes.
Decker Team YouTube channel. And you can access them from wherever you are, your home, office. Don't really recommend while you're in the car unless you're a passenger. You'll get exactly what you need when you need it from your comfortable spot.
Mm-hmm.
So, Candace, usually I find the good buys, people are looking for good buys. Well, not even looking for good buys. Some of our buyers are just looking to get something because they need a place to live.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So how do you find a good buy?
You have to be scouring and looking and on top of the market.
Okay.
And
so
then,
who does the scouring and the looking and the on top of the market?
hopefully your agent. And I mean, the buyers, it's top of mind for them as well. But
Yes.
as a real estate agent, you have more access to the first information of a new property coming on the market.
Right. And it used to be the bargain was the one that needed a lot of work.
Yeah.
Was dated or needed the carpet taken out and everything.
The ugly ducklings.
Yeah, but even an ugly duckling now, there's multiple offers on it.
Oh, the other day we were talking in the office and one of the agents said, I showed this property. It was an ugly duckling. It wasn't even great value. It really wasn't one of the best houses we saw. She goes, I got an email saying there was 41 offers on the property. Would I like to bring an offer? And I'm like, oh man.
41.
41 on
and it's not a pretty dolled up.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. Buyers are just fighting to get a property.
Yeah, it used to be you had the renovators would go after that kind of property and the buyers would go after the charming, all decorated, beautiful one.
Sparkly one. Yeah.
And now, because the market's so tight, they're competing. The renovators and the end user buyer is competing for the same property. And I find also now, if someone prices their property too high, the market's a little different. Because if let's say the last comparable home sold at 500, you don't necessarily price yours at 500 or 525. You might price it at 450, expecting to get 525. But if someone says, well, the last one sold at 500, the market's going up, I want to price mine at 550. What happens?
It sits.
It sits. And you had an example of that very recently.
Yeah. And my client, their top was like below that where it was listed. And it was sitting, as I'd like to say, stale of 18 days.
18 days stale 18 on the market.
On the market, hadn't sold. They had done a price reduction already because they knew they.
So it was 550. They brought it down to 520, which is a significant price drop.
Yeah.
But obviously in 18 days, if your house hasn't sold, there's something wrong with it or you're way overpriced. And even if there's something wrong with it, price will have somebody buy it. Yeah.
And I mean, buyers are so educated. They're seeing multiple houses. They're seeing what they've sold for if they didn't get it in the bidding war. And so they know when a house is overpriced and they may not want to take that time to try and negotiate someone.
Well, I think it's not only that. They're conditioned that houses are selling over asking. So they look at that asking price and then they go, okay, houses sell 50 grand over or whatever the number is. I can't afford that house, and they avoid it. Right?
Yeah.
So it came down to 520.
Yes.
And then your client liked it.
Yep.
Wanted to put in an offer.
Yeah. We decided to put in an offer in right after we saw it. And as I was sending the offer, I got notice that there was a second offer. So we were in competing. It wasn't a whole bunch of competing, just two offers like ours and the other. Okay. And yet we still needed to be strategic in our negotiations.
Right.
So we went with a stronger offer in the condition area, the closing date, all the terms of the offer. And as far as price, we didn't go as strong this time.
Okay. So you actually went under asking
We
price
went
still.
under asking in multiples with strong conditions. Yeah.
With no conditions.
No conditions.
That's what
which
you mean by
makes it
strong.
strong. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we won it.
You won the
They
you
were
won the
able
bid.
to purchase it. Yeah.
Awesome. So your people are delighted.
Delighted. Yeah, we got something for better than market value in this hot market.
Yeah, you think you
Oh,
paid
yeah.
below market on it?
Yep.
Okay. And now you didn't just run out with this client after 2 days and find a below market property, did you?
No, it's been a journey. This market is tough. It's been 5 months of looking at houses with them, putting in offers. I believe that was our 8th offer on a property.
8 offers. And so do they own 8 houses now?
They don't. They own that last one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 failed offers on different properties.
Yes.
And did they do home inspections on some of them?
Some pre-inspections, yeah.
Right.
So a pre-inspection is where you want to purchase it with no condition of building inspection, but before your offer goes in, you do a pre-inspection looking at the property with the building inspector. And it usually costs you around, let's say, $300. So they're investing to get this inspector in without knowing they're going to get the house.
Okay, so good for inspectors,
Yeah.
not so good for buyers.
Yeah.
And not so good for realtors. Lots of work to sell a house.
Yeah. Lots of time, lots of work,
Okay.
inspections, showings.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of buying a house, what I recommend is that we set you up on a custom home finder search program, right? Which looks for properties. We're actively looking for ones that aren't on the market yet, talking to agents through a closed Facebook group, through our office group, looking for properties that come up for our buyers, right?
Yeah.
So would you recommend them come and see you and have a little consult to see what they're
Absolutely.
looking for?
It's really important we get all the information up front so we can find that property with a little bit more ease. But great communication is the only way to do this.
Right. And so you guide them through that process by creating a strategy, getting them prepared.
Yes.
With the mortgage and their down payment availability, then get them knowledgeable on what it takes to buy a house in this
and
market.
comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, because the last thing they want to do is miss the right house
That's right.
because there's not that many, right? And then, so experienced agents, are they important in this market?
They are extremely important. I don't know how you do it without a seasoned agent, someone that knows what they're doing. One, you're going to you could waste some time. So for example, my client sent a listing over and said, I want to see this one. And I looked at it and I said, okay, do you understand there is no backyard? Do you understand it's all side yard? Do you understand I can see a big foundation crack in the basement through the photo. Are you okay with that? With maybe not having a building inspection or needing to pay for a pre-inspection, just walking them through that before we even went to go see the house. And then they were like, oh, on second thought, we're not comfortable with that crack for this house that we don't even really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting an experienced agent in this hot market to buy and also to sell, because if you want top dollar to sell, you want an experienced agent that knows what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And the Decker team's got a whole bunch of them.
That's right.
Which is awesome. So thanks for growing alongside the Decker team, because we're passionate about helping families thrive in their life, both at home and in business.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.